Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Four Harms. My name is Captain Richie and we are here once again on the VintageCraft server. Hope everybody is doing well today. We've been a busy little bee, just like this lot here. Actually, that's a lie. I've been been busy in real life, so I've not had a chance to play on here for a while. Excuse me, mate, what are you doing here? Right, it's time to change that because there's a few things I want to get done today. And it's going to be mainly this building here, as the thumbnail is probably given away. If I've got that far, I'm not entirely sure it's going to get done. But this is the women's building thing. But I want to give it some function. So if you've been with me since the beginning, episode 3, I think it was, I made an automatic ice farm. So in the biome we were, it would freeze. There's a hopper clock that sort of would periodically bring down ice into a big cube, and then we'd farm it when we need to, right? And I'm not too sure if observers were a thing then. Well, they are now. So I've taken the liberty to start this off. There's an infinite water source under this block and this block. This one's exposed, so because of the height we're at, that's going to freeze, which is good. But what we're going to want to do is sticky pistons. Sticky pistons, yeah. Which I think is going to go, yeah, have carved it out down there a little bit. That's going to go there, right? And then we're going to detect that. So when this is water and changes into ice, it's going to send a signal via an observer. Do I have observers? I have it. Well, let's bring all this with me, right? Cool. To leave much space for me at all? I left a little bit of space. And I think it's got to be that one, right? So that's going to send a signal into this piston, essentially. Have I got a button? So I need to do some fancy wiring with this, right? Like that. Cool. So as you notice there, the observer triggers not only when the water's going to change, it's going to freeze and it's going to send a signal, and that will trigger this. But because that piston is going back and forth in front of the observer is going to get triggered again. So if we don't wire this up properly, that's just going to loop around and keep going bang, 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 and we don't want that. So I did a bit of testing in a creative world, and I think if we did this, I need to get everything out first. I prepared loads of things, but I didn't put them aside. So that should trigger. Should be in the keyword. Just send a signal to that block, and that block gets picked up by this repeater when it freezes, right? So let's simulate that by doing this again. It does. Cool. And you can see there's a double flash at the end. It's just we need to put in some stuff, right? And I think it's either a pulse shortener or a pulse lengthener. I can never remember. But it is, where's the piston? It's this one. And I think it's, so like I've got a screenshot up on my other screen. Like this. That's right. I guess we could need to cut away. So this is beforehand we like sort of made that mountain there, but we didn't fill it in. So it's filled with mobs. It's really dark and scary. But it's fine. We'll get past that. We'll be brave for a moment. Right, so that comes into, what's this? I think it's 3 more blocks. It's going to be tight. This is the central tower of the women's house where it spirals around. I haven't decided if it's going to spiral down this far. I was just sort of just seeing how much room I had, and I think it's going to be a bit too tight. So it's going to spiral for the first bit, and then probably like just a normal stairway down like this into here. I looked at the schematic, and apparently there isn't anything below that room anyway. So this is just a little bit of bonus, for us. Okay, so that's there. That needs to be one of these. Okay, so that signal can go through there if it had redstone. And gets picked up by this, and then that will go up and trigger this block up here, right? If we can wire up properly, we'll clear all this, make it all tidy if we can. Put that there for now. That go there and into this one. You there. I should have brought some ice along with me, but just to simulate that water's going to freeze and then turn into this. You see, this is what happens, right? Back and forth, back and forth. Right. Stop it, please. Thank you. And of course, it's going to break everything because now that's like that. Cool. So the second half of the puzzle is going to be like this. And another repeater into there. And I think that's got some delay on it, right? So then that goes on to... Where's my stuff gone? Got washed away, didn't it? All good. All good? I think we're all good. We've got 2 pieces of ice there. Can we break that? Let's break that. We can go up here. And then piece of ice. You will turn into a piece of ice. We didn't put this back, so that's why it's not triggered. Like that. So it's like a sort of double pulse, but it's going to like push it all along. And because there's a water source under there and there, this gets refreshed. And this shouldn't get covered by the building when we build it above. Shouldn't be in the keyword. Cool beans. I think that's all the timing sorted out. Maybe it's a little bit longer there. Don't know. But yeah, this is going to pop along. I guess 12 blocks. Let's do it again just for fun, right? It's always good to test things a few times just in case like timings don't work on servers differently, right? Like that. Cool. That's going to go... is it 12 blocks? So it will fill up this bit here. So we're going to leave that running for a little bit. Go do some building upstairs. Probably sort out how it looks in here. And like a stairway down. Because at the moment it's... No, where are we? We're here. One more, please. There it is. This is the stairway down from the roof there. The roof. So, I don't know what to put in this room now. Maybe I could store the ice in here, actually. Because this is going to have to be sealed up. I could just fill it in. Don't know. We'll leave it lit up for now. But we've got to be careful with, like, water, yeah, water appearing from ice from, like, heat sources. But, yeah. We'll be back a little bit after we've accumulated some ice. And, yeah, we'll see how we're getting on. A few hours later, and we've got our ice slab. I put this observer in here to notice when the ice line comes in from the side which it gets generated, and it in turn pushes all these pistons. Now the piston's going to push 12 blocks, so that's as far as this goes here. I mean, that's quite a lot, isn't it? That's quite a fair amount of ice, and this isn't the ideal place to break it because we're going to break the ceiling as well. But so that'd be what, 8 times 12, 96. So stack and a half. Stack and a half. It's not bad for a layer, but we want more, especially now that it's come to a standstill. Once this ice line got to the end here. That'll fit, yeah, 96. So what we're going to do is want to get some more pistons, and we need to make some more pistons, but we'll just do this one line for now. And underneath, I've already put them in for this bit here. Turn them away. And that's going to, if we get some of these and some of this. There we are. So we've got a purpose for this room up here now, is it's going to be full of pistons, right? So the observer that triggers this line of pistons here to push them along, is also going to push these ones down. So it'll be like this essentially, and we can put those on there. Let's give it a U for the moment. Yeah, and that go all the way along, and all the way along over here, and then it'll push 12 down. So it'll be 96 times 12, which is, as we all know, near enough 1,000. More than 1,000. No, about 1,000. Which with one source block is going to take a while to actually fill in. But there we go. That is what it is. So yeah, they're going to get pushed across and then get pushed down. We need to simulate that by doing this a few times upstairs. Where's our block? Oh yeah. So yeah, that's come to a standstill because it can't go anywhere. Put a few of these in. I wonder if I could sort out some kind of cutoff, because yeah, it's just in a free zone, become stuck. Actually, it's not too hard to reset it, is it? I don't think so anyway. Why are we doing this line and not this line? Just changed here. Is it powering? Ah, right, yeah. Gotcha. At least I think so anyway. Just gonna do that, then that. There we go. Just needed to fill up a bit of space first. So if we do fill that back in there. That's it. So go across and then down. But that's going to come down all the way. It's going to come down quite far. So I've made this little indent here. And I basically have to dig down below 12 blocks, which I've already done. Again, a bit of AFKing. I mean, I've already done it for a little bit. And this light source here is far enough away that it won't melt it. At least I hope so anyway. But yeah, a bit more AFKing, a bit more digging out, and we should have ourselves a massive cube of ice at some point. Which I don't know what to do with, but I'm sure I'll find a reason for it. So let's get this dug out and let its ice do its thing. Look at the beautifulness. It's such a mess, but it's about function, right? And we'll probably close this off. But I might put the storage in here for the ice, like halfway down, and then just sort of block it off so only I can come in here. Don't know. Undecided as yet. But we did dig out down below as well. So now all the pistons in place, it puts the ice all the way down to the bottom there. And we've worked out this little pathway to take us down to another level. It's another spirally bit, as we like those in our build. Yeah, at the bottom I had to put slabs here, so it's spawn proof. If we have any of this lit up like how I want it, it's going to melt the ice and just make things worse. But yeah, looks like it's going to fill up. Well, it's going to take a long time to fill up. But the idea is we'll come down here and harvest it. Just sort of, chip into the block, so to speak. Here, you can probably go like up really tall as well and get most of it, and then just use this bit to collect it. I could always put hoppers beneath here, but that is a lot of hoppers. I don't think I'm allowed, because that'll be my allowance pretty much. But yeah, maybe we can put them in sneakily and not tell anyone, right? Who knows? But yeah, the bits that you can't reach down below, like if I'm desperate for ice, I could always come up here and get the rest from here. Just leave the bit at the top, just to make it easier. Yeah, I'm thinking about putting like a little fence around here, so it kind of looks a little bit professionalist. Don't know, but there's a lot of the cave I need to seal off, and try and sort out this lighting because I don't like torches. But there we go. And this pathway around the side here to get to this side is because in here is our pathway down from the temporary holding area upstairs. Where I'm storing all my stuff. Actually, let's just go this way now. Now we've ruined it. Seems we're going this way now. Let's just fill it in. Bloop, bloop, bloop. There we are. There's one there. One there. Cool. So yeah, I've been also coming back periodically and cleaning out all this and putting it into bone meals. I'm getting a fair bit of that. Went to the resource world the other day, so I've now got loads of the warp stem, and yeah, it felt so much better being able to just dig it and leave the wart leaves because they're a pain to get rid of. Anyhow, we've got loads of diorite as well. So I think what we're going to do to let the ice build up down below is start building the actual ladies building here itself, which all means we're going to play your favourite song. Was it medievalbanquet.mp4? You'll love it. So yeah, let's get cracked on into this little building then and see how much ice we got at the end of it. Another of the buildings done. It's just the palace left now. Just the biggest bit. The six floors worth of fun to be had. It's all good. Like I thought, like all these bits here were huge, like the guard tower and all the rest of it. But yeah, the palace is going to be massive. And like I said, we will get around to decorate it at some point. But yeah, let's get the buildings in to start with, and we can go from there, right? So I didn't do the roof. Well, I tried to do the roof. I didn't press record because I'm an idiot, which is probably a good thing because this roof was an absolute ball ache to do. Yeah, a lot of trial and error. I was trying to work out where the middle was, and then it was a little bit too high, so I dropped it down a little bit because I wanted to have this little exit here from this tower, and I also had to make sure that this roof didn't cover up a water source there because we wouldn't be getting any ice. And speaking of ice, it didn't generate that much, if I'm honest with you. So actually, let's go check that out, because it's not going to be loads and loads, which we know that. This one water source, but no, it's going to be something. We're going to be spending a lot more time on here, and maybe other people might come along here, and I'm going to try and get other people to do the decoration for me inside. We'll see. Yeah, so it's a fair amount. So not loads and loads, but you know, it'll do. It'll do for now. How should we attack this? We give it. Do this. Just do the top three, right? I should probably line the wall with wood, just so I don't break anything. I mean, that's not a bad idea actually. Breaking it all with wood. Probably, yeah, that might be part of the decoration though. I mean, for now it's just a function. We're probably gonna not even harvest this until like next time, unless we need it. I'm tempted to use some for my road to get to my my nether portal, but I think I'm going to leave that for next time, because I've got some ideas, so we'll step away from the building next time to work on that, or the nether, and I think we live in a Soul Sand Valley, near enough, which is just fun, right? You love building when there's gas everywhere. Is that good? We'll leave that bit at the top? I think that's okay. And we've got, well, 3.5 stacks, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I went off and got a few cats from a nearby village. And we're going to start bringing these up. Tempted to put them in the towers, so any, what are they called? Phantoms come along, they'll get scared off. Probably not be the case. We're probably going to put them into a creeper farm at some point down the line. I know, I like cats, so I just got a cat anyway. One part of the lady's house that we need to finish is through here. Essentially, is it here? Yeah. There's like a little walkway. And we're going to just have that with cobble for now, I think. 2 wide, or should we go 3 wide? Maybe just the 2 for now. Like that needs to be a wall. Yeah, it needs to be a wall at some point. So we're going to have like a flat bit here. And this comes along the side of, I think this is a kitchen. It's all covered in stone now, so I don't know what my rooms are. This is a small kitchen, this is a big kitchen, allegedly. Again, I've not been to the castle, so we'll see. It might be true, it might not be true. I also replaced some bottles with some shears in one of the bee farms there, because we are going to move it over at some point. And I was tempted to have it sort of under this bit here, and then turn this bit into a little garden. So there could be a garden just off the palace. They won't have to go far. Actually, if we have flowers down, have we flowers? No. If we have flowers down, the snow doesn't settle, does it? So we'll just fill it full of flowers and light, and the bees will come over here. Because what we don't want them to do is just go off and drown, because that's what bees do. I don't know why. They just they just tend to do that. How far around this do we need to go? If we're going to keep it too wide, to at least there, we need to build up the side of this this cliff face as well, because it's looks completely unnatural. Because, well, it is. Cool. And then this round to the side. So what I say, too wide like that. What's this? Snow and grass. I forget what the word was then. We put in these little, I don't know what they are. They're like kind of spear things, aren't they? They showed them on the map, so we just put them in. There's some down the side of the Knights building. If I can just about make them out there. I just think it just gives the building a bit more depth, so that's all good. Because we're going to need that. How much further is this? Is it there? We'll fill it in. We don't want pockets anywhere. I think it's going to cut. I think it comes in like 1. So it's like that. And then it's a bit wider here. Where's my thingy? Yeah. That looks about right. There we go. The box is just placeholders for now, much, same as the buildings, really. These will be proper walls at some point. And there are doors to get into places. But do I know where they are? No. No, I don't, is the answer. Right, the last thing we want to do is, you can see our tools and our elytra is about to be broken. So we should dig down to the... here it is. Dig down to the thingy room. What's it called? The place. I think it was on level 32. So we can go down a fair bit. And we're going to put in some water vators. Now, I'm going to put in, what they're called, the kelp ones. So we can get pushed up and pulled down. I don't want to have a drop down chute like, you know what, I'm going to take this opportunity to make it all stone. Yeah, I don't want like a drop down chute where someone could potentially freeze it and then I'd fall to my death again, because we don't want that. So we're going to do the kelp. Actually, do I have any kelp? I hear lava. Oh yeah, don't dig straight down. That's one thing they teach you. There it is. And we'll probably make this into like a little room over here. But what I need to do is, I don't have the thing with me. I don't have any of the things with me. 2 rockets to get out. Kelp. There's some kelp. We need kelp and the other bits. What are they called? The soul sand and the magma loops. Is it worth making a kelp farm, do you think? Just for a bit of oh, there's Dolphin's Grace. Just for a bit of extra fuel. Because we are a fan of that. Is that enough? It was like 80 blocks down on it. That would definitely kill us if we fell onto some ice. Enough? That's fine. Dolphin's Grace. And fly away. So my question to myself was, if I was to put a source block there and filled it with kelpy bits, turn that off, would the top and then got rid of the kelp, would the top one still freeze? Or would it, you know, because it's got bubbles on it, would it not freeze? Need one of these and a macroflube. There we go, one of them. Let's quickly sleep, because we've been going a while without sleeping, and what are they called? Forgot what they're called again. The phantoms. The phantoms. They come for me. And we've got to plug in on the server that they get bigger and bigger the longer you don't sleep. Oosh. Cool. Yeah. So if I was to put that there, maybe actually cover it to be safe. And then we'll go down to 32 on this one as well. Did I get out enough? I don't know if I did. Man, that's a long way up. And this one should be done now, right? How deep is it? Very is the answer. We need to put some things in the way here, so actually, we're going to look good as well. Actually, I'm going to steal these bars. Take those bars. Thank you very much. Oh, some iron. Where are the things? Everywhere. They're everywhere. This. And there. Can we put that kelp on top? I think we can. No. We'll do this first then. This is so irritating. Gonna ruin my room. I'm gonna ruin my own room. Let's get out of here. This one. we'll work on doing that off camera just to make it look a little bit nicer. Don't know what to do about the thingy, the spawning platform. The spawner, not spawning platform. What am I talking about? We're gonna see these freeze over because be interesting to know, because otherwise we'll have to wait until the floor above it's built to get up and down. Does that even pull you down? Oh, it does. But that is going to be it for this episode. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.